Today, we're diving right into a seriously innovative tool called CMAP. That stands for Corridor Mapping for Arterial Performance. Now, if you're involved in traffic management, you know the struggle of wrangling data. Well, you're definitely going to want to see this. CMAP is a dashboard that delivers region-wide signal timing assessments, and it basically takes massive, overwhelming amounts of data and translates them into actual, actionable insights.
Okay, let's dive into this and see exactly how it works. The whole foundation of CMAP is built on high-resolution vehicle trajectories. So instead of relying on those clunky, isolated roadway sensors that only give you a tiny piece of the puzzle, this tool draws directly from connected vehicle data. It's a real game changer because it gives you a totally comprehensive region-wide assessment of literally exactly what drivers are experiencing out there on major corridors.
So the crucial point is how we actually measure that performance, right? Well, CMAP uses two major indicators for this. First up is the Corridor Synchronization Performance Index, usually just called CSPI. You can really think of this as your all-in-one health score. It's a composite metric that takes total travel time, the number of stops, and the signal spacing, and mashes them all together to map out your synchronization quality.
Then, for a metric that gets right down to the actual driver's experience, we have the GR ratio, or green-red ratio. This one is super intuitive. It simply tracks the average number of green lights a vehicle encounters for every single red light it hits while driving down a corridor. I mean, it's just a fantastic, straightforward way to track real traffic momentum.
And this brilliantly illustrates why having both of these metrics at your fingertips is so incredibly powerful. CSPI is giving you that deep, highly technical evaluation of travel time and spacing. Meanwhile, the GR ratio gives you this punchy, direct look at flow from the driver's seat. Toggling between the two gives transportation agencies two totally distinct yet complementary lenses to evaluate corridor efficiency.
Let's move to and see how this builds out in practice, using the Reno-Sparks metropolitan region as our case example. This is really where CMAP comes alive. You're taking all that rich connected vehicle data and applying it directly to an actual living city grid to assess current network performance. And honestly, navigating the tool is straightforward. First, you just select your time period, say the AM peak rush hour. Next, you choose your metric, so either that CSPI or the GR ratio we talked about. And finally, you can easily switch between scenarios, visualizing changes over time, like comparing how a corridor performed in 2024 versus 2025 after rolling out a new retiming policy. It's all right there.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the ultimate outcome of having all this data organized so well. Transportation agencies aren't just staring at pretty maps anymore. They can instantly identify underperforming corridors. And from there, they can prioritize specific locations for action, conducting highly targeted signal retiming to clear up bottlenecks. It literally removes all the guesswork. So, by ending our reliance on outdated sensors, connected vehicle data and tools like CMAP are providing us with a crystal clear roadmap for improving everyday commutes. And honestly, it leaves us with one highly practical, kind of provocative question for our own cities. With this exact kind of data right at your fingertips, which of your corridors needs retiming next? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.